I woke up one day and decided to challenge myself as a Pokemon Nuzlocke. I settled on the infamous Emerald Kaizo and made it my mission to play the best that I possibly could. No battle items, no EVs, and the AI was always on high. This is how it went. I find myself wandering the tall grass on the jagged pass trying to find myself an encounter, and I end up running into a Mankey. I was leading off with Altaria here, and I tried to go for a hyper voice and fucking killed it. The battles against the trainers were relatively easy, all needing about one Pokemon, except for the battle with Aggron where I got confused with Swampert and all types of shit happened, but I won. Finally, in Lava Ridge, I end up trying to find an encounter, and I had dupes quite a number of times with a Magby and a Vulpix before I ended up finding a Torkoal, so I wing attacked it to chip it down, but it had Rock Slide, so I swapped out to Magmar, poisoned it, which triggered a Visco Girl, and then I finally caught it. Deciding that I was finally ready to enter the gym, I walk in, and I see the glowing flickering that indicates that there is strong sunlight in this gym. I was shitting myself. I decided to bring a bunch of fire types in order to resist the stab of my enemy Pokemon, and leading off with Swampert, I go into my very first battle. With Swampert, I can only Mud Shot since the sun reduces Muddy Water's power, but I have to be very careful with who might know Solar Beam and switch to a fire type from there. Even resisted fire moves do big damage to some of my mons, so it's a game of knowing when to switch out. I kept lots of heal items, but these battles got very repetitive. Since this is a Nuzlocke, I need to show them, so I'll sit back and let these battles play themselves out until I get to the gym. There were lots of close calls and good decisions in that battle montage, and now I'm back after getting lost in the gym puzzle. It's time for our fourth gym battle against Flannery of Lava Ridge Town. Between all the grunts, campers, and gym trainers I fought, Nidoqueen rose to a powerful level 48, so I was relying on its speed, bulk, and type matchup to be a perfect opener. She got off the first attack against Flannery's Ninetales and decimated her leading Pokemon with a single blow. Now we'll never know what her fox had to say. Her follow-up was Typhlosion, and that honestly made me nervous. Solar Beam hits neutral against Nidoqueen, and it's good to know that he has it for the Swampert, but my biggest concern is that as a starter, it has Blaze, along with 100 base speed and 109 base special attack, so I decided to go for a Body Slam. Since most enemies have Lumberries, I don't care about a Paralysis. I just wanted to keep it above 33 while keeping it within kill range of the Drill Run, and Body Slam did exactly that for me. With 72 HP, I could have stayed in, but Castform has lots of versatile moves, and I heard Pokemon were buffed in this game. I figured Castform must be one of those Mons, so I swap into Magmar, who has higher speed than Nidoqueen does. Here I expected to see a sun-boosted Heat Wave, so I'm not mad at the Ice Beam reveal whatsoever. I learned from the gym trainers that I battled that resisted fire moves still do respectable amounts of damage due to the intense sunlight, so I go for Flamethrower for maybe 40%. It fires back with its own Flamethrower, leaving my Duck medium rare, but I hammered away in this intense rap battle and dropped a Platinum mixtape on his head for the W. Charizard is equally as fast as Typhlosion, with more physical attack options for Gen 3. Expecting a fire move, I swap to Altaria to resist, and I get Earthquake to my pleasant surprise. Now, expecting a rock move, I go for Hariyama, hoping his fat ass can eat a hit better than he eats. Instead, I was met with the Solar Beam, Dragon Claw, double whammy. But I was still in the green. I hammer away with the Rock Slide, and it died faster than lizards in a little boy's backyard. Blaziken was out, and like a true mixed attacker, its physical is over 100 just like its special. I stay in against my better judgment, hoping to sumo this KFC family meal, and it nearly kills me like MSG, leaving Hariyama with a mere 6 HP. I took it like a champ, only to miss. I depend on Altaria's Dragon Flying typing to resist its stab. Blaziken Sky uppercuts me, but apparently has no hands because it didn't do a damn thing. Amazingly, I outsped it and left it begging for mercy with my Air Slash, leaving it in the red. Just like a storybook ending, I got off the flinch all in the same attack. Blaziken kicked the bucket, leaving Flannery with one Pokemon. At first I thought Arcanine is manageable, until I remembered that this son of a bitch has extreme speed. Its physical attack is just short of Blaziken's, but high attack with priority against an injured team is a disastrous recipe, not including its Fire Stab. Not to mention higher defenses. The goal was to use Altaria to drop its defense and hit hard while I could at all. Leftovers was recovering lots of that damage though. Extreme Speed was doing about 40 to Altaria, so the rest of my crew was in danger. With my last turn, I go for another Rock Smash, but I don't get the drop and Lefties made it worse. Since it doesn't have a berry though, I risked Nidoqueen fainting to get off the 30% poison chance. I didn't realize that Nidoqueen's defense was almost as high as Altaria's, so I lived the E-Speed, and I got the poison off, which would negate the leftovers entirely. I expected another E-Speed, so I went into Nosepass, who I brought along mostly as a perfect pivot. Not only would I resist this with high defense, but as a pseudo, it was bound to use Earthquake, which would let me use my last Pokemon, Charizard, to finish the battle. It went for Heat Wave instead, and with a base 95 in the sun, it did 42 damage. All I could do is go bar for bar with Fire Punch, hoping poison would make up the difference. It counters with Wild Charge, and I was afraid, but Charizard ate it despite Arcanine's high special attack. Wild Charge also does recoil damage. It only used 4 extreme speeds though, so it had a minimum of 1 left. Nosepass is too slow to attack with Sturdy broken, and sending anyone else was a death sentence. But it didn't use it, so Quick Attack went in for game. And with this, I had beaten my 4th gym leader with no deaths. And for once, I was proud.